Welcome back to Gamespace Weekly. One more week where we take a look back at everything you've missed at Gamespace. Here on Gamespace Weekly. First up, it's the news. This week we start things off with all the information that we've got about Granblue Fantasy Versus, the hybrid RPG fighting game that spawned off from a much loved mobile RPG, comes to both PC and PS4 this coming month. Earlier in the week we found out that the PS4 launches on the 3rd of March over in the US and later on the 27th of March in the EU and Australia. Later on in the week we then found out that the game was also coming to PC. It'll be coming to PC on the 13th of March in the US with no definite date as yet for PC players in the EU or in fact Australia. Whilst that's said, there's lots going on with Granblue Fantasy, and frankly, if you want to get all the dates and keep up to date with all the information on that, then head over to Gamespace and even check out our first 30 minutes of the RPG mode in this anime-inspired, frankly gorgeous looking game. Next up on the news, something of a throwback for fans of Baldurs Gate. The game that we never thought we were going to see another installment of comes back to PC in Baldurs Gate 3, and thankfully PAX East proved the perfect platform for the game to show itself to the rest of the world. There's tons of information coming from Larian Studios, the same people behind Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, and it's basically going to go over the trailer, showcasing the game, information you may not already know about it. If you want to see the details of this, head over to Gamespace, check out our news, but frankly, all you need to know is Larian Studios, because anything coming out of there is gold, right? Anyway, head over to Gamespace, have a look and find out some more about Baldurs Gate 3. I mean, we're hyped, why wouldn't you be? Finally, we're going to highlight one more piece of news for you, and it's a pretty big deal for PC gamers. GOG recently reviewed their refund policy, and it takes the same refund policy you might know from big platforms like Steam and kind of blows it out of the water. It's a massive step for consumers, and if you want to find out the details, then let's skim over them right now. GOG have changed the refund policy, allowing gamers who want a refund in any game they've played, and I do mean played, bought, played, opened, run, within the first 30 days to simply get a refund. Pretty much no questions asked. Full details obviously are a bit more extensive than that, but it's huge. And whether it's going to work out for GOG or it's going to cause controversy with developers, we don't really know at this stage, but head over to Gamespace, check out the details and decide whether you want to stick with Steam or you want to move over to GOG.com. First up in reviews at Gamespace Weekly, and it's probably going to be the biggest review we've got of the week. If you're a PC player, then you've probably heard of the HyperX range of peripherals. HyperX are the gaming arm of the memory manufacturer Kingston, and their headsets are probably renowned as some of the best on the market for PC gamers. They've been around for a while, and the HyperX Cloud 2 is probably one of our favourites generally around here, and you'll find it across Twitch, YouTube, and pretty much every gaming platform that you'll find. Now, we're lucky that HyperX sent us a copy of their newest headset, the HyperX Cloud S Wireless. It takes everything you know about the HyperX Cloud platform and it packs it into a lightweight, comfy gaming headset that you can move around with on the go. This 2.4 GHz wireless headset is up for a full review over at Gamespace.com, so head over there, see if it's worth your money to break the cord and buy this headset. Second up in Gamespace Weekly this time is going to be Dark Devotion for PS4. The PlayStation 4 version of this Metroidvania style 2D pixel art inspired Dark Souls-esque game came out in PC in 2019, and this time round we're taking a look at it when it hit console. Suffice to say, it has inspiration from a lot of different genres, and I'm not going to get into it too much here, but why don't you head over to Gamespace.com and check out our review. Finally, on our reviews at Gamespace Weekly, there's Stone Shard. We head into Stone Shard and get an early access preview of this game that's just hit PC. Stone Shard is, to quote our review, the answer to the question, what if Dark Souls made a 16-bit roguelike for PC? I mean, I don't really need to say anything more, so head over and check out our early access review. let's wrap up Gamespace Weekly with a couple of things that you probably want to be knowing about. For the last couple of weeks, the launch of Wolcen, I don't ever know how to pronounce it. Anyway, you know the game I'm talking about. It's been a massive hit on PC, so much so that the developers haven't been able to keep the servers up. But now things are starting to even out a bit. We've got 10 top tips to get you started in Wolcen. You know what? Just head over, check out our getting started tips. It's totally worth your while. Finally, here at Gamespace Weekly, I've always got something to give away, and this week we currently have the open beta for Monster Train. Now, Monster Train is something akin to Slay the Spire. It's a deck building roguelike game with a massive narrative content where you play as a monster or a fiend of hell who's out to rekindle the fires of the underworld when angels attack. Basically, hell's frozen over, so anything goes. Suffice to say, we've got a ton of codes to give away for Monster Train at the moment. It's currently ongoing until later in March, and you can still jump in and get some time with this, or just try out the game and find out what it's like. Head over to gamespace.com where we're still running the beta code giveaway for this, and have a good time in hell. Thanks for watching Gamespace Weekly number 8. We're going to go ahead and be back next week with more from last week's, except last week's gaming news next week will be this week's gaming news to come. But if you do miss this week's gaming news to come, then come back next week and we'll have Gamespace Weekly number 9. Thanks for watching. Next up on the news, something of a throwback for fans of Baldurs Gate. The game we never thought we'd see another installment of is finally coming, and thankfully Pasties, I must be hungry.